Hello UFO lovers! Today we'll be finding out what some of today's figures in pop culture have to say about UFOs and aliens. So let's begin. Okay, so today we won't be analyzing or dissecting any UFO videos. Today we're just here to listen. To everyone from presidents, to YouTube personalities, writers, political correspondents, and science communicators, and what they have to say about UFOs and aliens. Also, just so you know, I have another video similar to this one in which scientists talk about UFOs. I'll link it in this video above, and also in the description down below. Check it out, and if you like what you see and would like to support this channel, please consider subscribing, as I plan to bring you much more of this type of content for the years to come. But before we start, a quick disclaimer. You're going to see two politicians in this video, and I want to remind you that this is not a political channel, and I am in no way interested in pushing any kind of political agenda. The clips you'll see here are simply videos in which two presidents were asked about the UFO subject. So with that out of the way, and without further ado, let's begin.
Drew asks, Bill Nye, do you think aliens actually exist? So you want me to resist making a joke about my old boss? I don't know if he was an alien. There are 200 billion stars in our galaxy, and there are at least that many galaxies. When I was in school, it was speculated that there might be a planet, a single planet around 1 in every 100 stars. Now, with observations from Hubble Space Telescope, Kepler Space Telescope, other inferential methods, people think there are probably about 10 planets around every star. So that's another factor of 1,000. That takes you into the 2 trillions in just our galaxy. If you got 2 trillion of anything, you got to figure something's going to happen. So there probably are aliens. Do they sit around and do fabulous and important Twitter-style podcasts? I don't know. Maybe. Carry on.
Hey Bill. So there are many videos online claiming to be extraterrestrial sightings. At times it seems that the government is aware of the extraterrestrials, yet they reject the idea. Possibly they're hiding the truth from us in fear of the knowledge greatly changing our daily lives. Do you believe these aliens exist? And if so, would you tell us?
No, I don't believe the aliens exist coming to visit you and the government knows about it and hasn't told you. No. Start with that. 2 more things. First of all, the whole alien thing really got revved up in 1947. There was a project called Skyhook. And the US government had these very cool, super high altitude balloons, and they were going to have a constellation of them, or an armada of these balloons off the east coast of the former Soviet Union with microphones tuned to listen for nuclear weapons tests. This was going to be big fun. And so they were testing the balloon in New Mexico, and it was complicated, and the winds blew the thing around and it crashed, and it was impractical. The idea was kind of cool, but it was a Cold War idea that just didn't work. Now, this project was secret. So yes, government people showed up, the US Army, swept up all the debris from the crash and took it away because it was secret. And they also experimented with parachuting dummies from very high altitudes in the same area. And this has led to all these fabulous myths about aliens and the government knows stuff you don't. Now, just think how hard it is for the government to keep anything secret. With all due, the government kind of sucks at keeping secrets, so they couldn't possibly keep this secret with 10,000 people in on it. So let's just set that aside. But with that said, you may very well be alive when we discover life, or evidence of life rather, on Mars. This would literally be alien life. If we find it, if we find some ancient microbes still alive in some icy layer under the Martian sand, it would change the world.
President Obama says that there is footage and records of objects in the skies, these unidentified aerial phenomenon, and he says we don't know exactly what they are. What do you think that it is?
I would ask him again. Thank you. Come on, boss, let's go.
You gave an interview the other day in which you said you've been briefed on unidentified flying objects. Are they real?
Well, I don't want to really get into it too much, but personally, I tend to doubt it. I mean, you have people that swear by it, right? And pilots have come in and they said, and these are pilots that are not pilots that are into that particular world, but we have had people saying that they've seen things. I'm not a believer, but you know, I guess anything's possible.
We spoke to a government official recently who said the U.S. government had wreckage from a UFO in a facility on an Air Force base. Are you familiar with that?
I haven't heard that, no. I haven't heard that. It has not been within government, has not been a big thing, but I've seen it. I've seen it on your show, but I've seen it. I don't assume it's correct, but, you know, I have an open mind, Tucker.
No, you do, Mr. President. Thank you for that.
Nowadays, you can believe anything, right?
True.
What if aliens are just cruising around in little?
But if aliens really like traveled in some kind of aircraft, don't you think we'll have like real actual footage that is just so clear?
Yes, I do.
Like, I just wonder why it's always this little dot.
That's my problem with this. Every time there's a UFO or alien or an unexplainable thing, it's always some blurry ass dot. And you know why? Is because once it becomes into focus, you know what it is, and it doesn't become an issue. It's only when it's a blurry little dot that it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's not a blurry dot, then you don't even hear about it because it's not interesting.
Or it could just be that they're using advanced covenant cloaking technology, like in the video game series Halo. Halo. Have you ever heard of Halo?
I have heard of Halo, but this one
You've
is
heard of
not
Halo?
cloaked.
But that's a thermal imaging, so maybe they're just seeing the thermal signature, but it's in fact using some sort of cloaking device, which is why it can't be seen by the naked eye.
Got it.
You think about that?
Are you
Mind blown?
Yeah,
I've played a lot of Halo, so I know a thing or two about cloaking devices. And, you know, that's what it looks like.
Have you watched Star Trek though?
Oh, so much Star Trek, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a Romulan cloaking device.
But I would get, if it is aliens, I would say it's a little robot, probably unmanned, you know, sending out explorers.
But some people say that the gray aliens, you know, some people say that the gray aliens are just sort of biological drones that are being remotely controlled by beings in another star system or whatever. So,
Sorry, what are we talking about again?
What are they, gray aliens?
you don't know what grays are?
No,
That's
what is
the-
a gray alien?
The grays are, it's the name for just those stereotypical aliens that you always see with the big eyes.
The Area 51
kind of-
classics?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
They call them grays.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's racist.
So they're being remote controlled by other more alien-looking aliens?
I mean,
Come on, Dad.
I don't actually
Spill
I
it. What do you
actually believe all
know?
this stuff.
So where do you land on some of these conspiracy theories?
I think most conspiracy theories are wrong. Some are true, and those are spectacularly true. And if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
we don't know which ones.
I don't know which ones.
That's the problem.
I think, look, man, I listened to your podcast. I think I was a huge non-believer in UFOs, and now I've probably never believed more in UFOs. Like, I believe in UFOs. Like, I'm very comfortable being like, not only do I believe in UFOs, like, I think we're probably being visited by an alien civilization.
Yes.
Like, and if you asked me that 3 years ago, I would have been like, you're out of your fucking mind. Like, what are you talking about? Well, listen to David Fravor. That's all I have to say. That's it.
To me, the most fascinating thing is the first-person account from David and others about that experience. But what are your thoughts?
Those videos have been out for a while, actually, I think in the mid-2000s they were out. But what you have is kind of like this corroboration from a group, and also the New York Times involvement in 2017. My opinion about the Tic Tacs is that, first, I believe the people who have had the experiences. I know some of them, like, some of the radar people and things like that. They saw them, and I don't believe they're making it up, okay? I do think that this is being used as a spin, okay? And I'm just going to say that. And the reason I think that is because at the time it was released, I was still in touch with many people who were among the UFO Fight Club. And so they had intimate knowledge of these things. And the first thing they said was, we have satellites that can read the news on your phone when you're reading it. So we've got better footage than this, and this is not good footage at all. Therefore, they believe that it was authentic footage that had been doctored up. Now, why? I don't know why. So I honestly don't know if it's accurate or not. I mean, I believe the people, absolutely. But was this something out there to fool these people? Perhaps, I don't know. Is it spun? The people who I know who are part of the UFO Fight Club believed it was real, okay, and said, this is badly done, but real, okay?
I see, but so there's some kind of, when you say spinning, there's some parties involved that
there's
are trying to leverage it
for funds, probably.
For funds, for financial interest.
Yeah, I think so.
Nevertheless, it has inspired a conversation and just a lot of people in the world that there's something mysterious out there that we're not fully informed about.
And I was certainly grateful that the New York Times ran the story right before my book came out.
Well, see, but there's...
This is Jesse. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought and if you'd like to see any more of these type of videos. I seriously think the tide is shifting, and something tells me that soon enough the subject of UFOs will become more of a fact than fiction. And we'll be here when that happens because we love the UFOs. Till next time.